Welcome to my kitchen. We are going to some friends this evening and I'm going to bake some cookies to take over there. So I thought we would do like a little baking and chat video. So I'm just getting set up and you're on the counter where this camera is. So I just realized it's probably going to shake a little bit, but it'll be okay, right? I wanted this to be a very low-key video. What am I doing? Because I didn't really have time this weekend to do any sort of vlog, but I like to try to upload a vlog every week. I feel like that's like a reasonable goal. So I was like, why not make a video this afternoon while I'm baking? So my friend who is having us over, when I asked what I could bring, she asked me to bring cookies, specifically these pistachio cookies that I've taken over to her house before, that I think her sons like, and they're kind of like become my thing to make, which is kind of interesting because they were a cookie that my mom used to make, and I don't know if I'm using the same recipe she did, because the recipe I'm using, I can insert it here, is actually just like a modification of the Betty Crocker sugar cookie mix. So it's super easy to make. I'll walk you through that. But it just had me thinking kind of nostalgically, because I don't live in the area I grew up in. So the people that I'm friends with now, kind of as an adult, like didn't know my mom and didn't know, like, so it's just interesting and like special to me that they associate something with me that I associate with my mom. Like, I don't know. It was special to me that she brought that up. So the recipe is really easy to make as far as like the modification. You literally, let me preheat my oven. Also, it's kind of inconvenient, but also convenient that my kitchen's so small because you can like literally do everything without moving around. So you literally just do the cookie mix. Seriously? One sugar cookie mix, and then it's the pistachio jello pudding flavor, which I don't really mind it as a pudding, but I don't really think people eat pudding at their house very much anymore. But pudding mix makes really good cookies, so you just put the whole mix in there. And I love pistachio flavored things like pistachio ice cream and stuff. Love that. Also, since I'm going to be saying it a lot in this video, I think I should address the elephant in the room, which is Kyle thinks I say pistachio weird. Like, I think he says pistachio and I say like pistachio. I don't know. We've kind of like met in the middle. So the weird thing about this modification mix is, in addition to the two mixes, it has you add an additional like 1/4 cup of flour. So I'm just getting my flour out. And just kind of get that mixed combined. Then you add your wet ingredients, which are just 2 eggs and a 1/2 cup of butter, or 1 stick. I didn't realize I bought these like smaller wrapped sticks, which is kind of nice if you're like wanting it to stay fresh. But so I'm going to use 2 of those to make 1 stick of butter. And let me grab the eggs. So it's kind of nice that the things she liked to bake, I can like make myself now. One of the kind of like picky eater things she would do is what I'm doing right now, which is to, once you crack the eggs, to like take out the little like white thing, connective tissue thing. I don't know what it actually is, but like if I think about it too much, eggs will gross me out. So that's just something I do when I make eggs or use eggs. Okay. And now we're just gonna mix that all together kind of until it comes to a dough. Okay, so that has definitely become a dough, as you can see. And then the mix-in I'm going to add is dried cranberries. You can also add in like pistachios or even like almonds or whatever like nut you want to add. But the pistachio pudding mix already has like some pistachio pieces in it. So for me, when I make this, that's like enough for me. So I just add cranberries for color and because it like adds like a little like tartness in the cookie. Now we're just gonna scoop these out like teaspoon size and like slightly flatten them. You'll see. And this is very much a kind of cookie that like to me is best if you kind of let it like keep baking on the cookie tray, because right now the centers kind of look like they're not baked yet, but like they keep congealing. And I guess it's kind of like because of the pudding mix. I don't know how to describe it, but if you leave it in there longer, like the edges are already browned, if you leave it in there longer they get like hard, and this is very much a better cookie if it's chewy. While these were baking, I realized in this video I didn't actually explain that my mom is dead. My mom died when I was like 20. I'm 35 now, which obviously a lot of people who are watching this know me in real life or know me from Instagram, and they probably already know that. But I just thought I needed to add in that context since I had been talking about her. And that's actually kind of what I've been thinking about and dealing with a lot lately, is like how weird grief is. And so obviously that was like a very major loss in my life at like kind of a big time in my life. Like I feel like when you're 20, like there's a lot going on. But this past year, our dog Oswald passed away in August. So it's like been just at 9 months. And that was the kind of thing that I think, because I had had a big loss in my life already, I thought I was like, oh, I know how to handle this now, and I know how to like process it, and I know like what to do with these feelings. But that was like not the case. Like I thought I was mentally ready because he was 14 and he had had some health issues. I thought I was like mentally ready for that loss. And I don't think that I was. Well, I definitely wasn't. No one's ever ready. But what I would say about that is like, it's been really hard on Kyle. That was like his best friend. And so it's just interesting how like different people process it differently, because I would say I've been more like stoic about it, but like it will just hit me in random times. And that's kind of how like still like grieving my mom is also just like random times. Sometimes I'll just like wake up in the middle of the night and like, my mom's dead. Like I don't know, it's crazy. But all of that to say, this week the new Lilo and Stitch live action movie came out, and you'll see where I'm going with this. So Lilo and Stitch, the animated movie, when that was recorded, the some of the sound effects for Stitch, not the times like where he's talking like words, but some of his like mouth sounds and like noises were actually recorded from a Boston Terrier. And so long story short, Kyle and I have always associated Stitch with our dog Oswald because he was a Boston Terrier, and like the vibes are just there, like the chaotic energy, and like, but also like so sweet, and like his eyes, just everything about Stitch like reminds us of Oswald. So Kyle has already kind of said like, oh, I can't watch the live action Stitch, like, or Lilo and Stitch, it's gonna be like too much for me. And so for me, I was like, oh, like that's okay, like I'll go see it on my own. I don't mind seeing movies on my own. And I thought like that I would be okay with it. So this week, kind of leading up to that, the other day, I was like, oh, I haven't watched the original Lilo and Stitch in a while. Let's see how these are. Perfect. So like lightly golden brown on the bottom. Perfect. I want to bite into it, but it's really hot. So I hadn't watched the original Lilo and Stitch in a long time, so I put it on the other day. Actually, Kyle wasn't here. He was at a job. And as I was watching it, I realized, I was like, oh, watching the live action Lilo and Stitch is going to be harder than I expected to be. So all that to say, that like hesitation I have in going in to see that and how it's going to affect me, I don't know if I'm going to see it in theaters for that reason. Because in theaters, you can't like pause the movie and step away, or like, you know, or like you're making an appointment to when you're going to go see it. And at home, I can like decide like, okay, now I'm ready to watch it kind of thing, or now I want to step away for a little bit. So all that to say, I'm still considering whether or not I want to see it in theaters or whether or not I want to see it at home. So let me know in the comments if you have seen it, because the other part of that is I have heard kind of mixed, I would say mixed reviews about it, but also like mixed reception about it. Just like certain like choices they made for like plot lines and character things that were like a little bit different than the original. So that's what's all going on in my head, and I thought it would be nice while I was baking to kind of like talk through that, because yeah, it's nice to talk through things. So I know that this channel is about like showing how to live a magical lifestyle wherever you are, but sometimes you're in your kitchen baking and talking about your mom, you know? That's real life, and real life is magical also. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I'd be so appreciative if you should decide to subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Wait, I feel evil to not share like what the cookie looks like on the inside. So this is still really warm, but they are like so chewy and soft and like, 10 out of 10 recommend.